Tom Brady.
Right.
He was the 187th overall pick. Brady, as he always says, is 199, right? Okay, so I believe that Dougie P, fearless, believes that Sudfeld is a player. Because what was Dougie P as a player? What was Doug Peterson as a player?
He was a backup.
He was undrafted out of Louisiana Monroe, out of the state of Washington originally. He started 17 NFL games, but it was the hard way because he bounced all around.
Right.
He must have been cut 8 or 9 different times by various teams, starting with Miami.
He was the Packers for
a long time. And then because Andy Reid took a liking to him as a player, Andy Reid in his first year in Philadelphia said, I want him, and signed him as a free agent and made him his starter. And that first year, he ended up starting 9 games. He went 2-7. And then he went to the Browns the year after Belichick got fired. Chris Palmer was the first-year head coach, and they tabbed him as their starter, and he went 1-7. So he bounced around the league, and he was just sort of a backup / occasional starting quarterback who
sees himself in Nate Sudfeld.
He sees himself. I'm just telling you, he sees himself.
Yes.
So he thinks this guy's got a pretty good arm. I couldn't even tell the other night because he had a QBR of 2.
Yeah.
I felt sorry for Nate Sudfeld because it's unfair to 2 quarterbacks at the same time because I'm the biggest Jalen Hurts fan you're going to find, and that's exactly the kind of game that he can win. Jalen Hurts can make one play with legs or arm that will win a game that's 17-all if it should have been going.
I'm not criticizing Nate Sudfeld. What's he supposed to say? Hell, no, I'm not going in there. Let him finish it up, coach. He's going to go in.
So he goes in and blows up Dougie P's genius plan. I am the genius here because he can't execute. He stinks because he's not ready. Because I doubt he got many snaps in practice. And meanwhile, on the sidelines, there's all-out mutiny going on because Jason Kelsey, who's a Pro Bowl center and the leader of that team, it was reported, he walked up to Doug Peterson on the sideline and said, could you please explain what you're doing? And I don't know what the answer was, but if I know Doug Peterson, he thinks he's smarter than any player right now, and that he just said, I'm doing what I think I should do here. I think that Nate gives us a better chance right now.
He's talking about the offense has been struggling. Dougie, look around. For 17 weeks, your offense has been struggling. That's why you're in the position. That's why you made the quarterback switch, because you said your offense is struggling.
Okay. I just believe he really was trying to win. So I don't think Joe Judge got it exactly right, said the right thing for the wrong reason, because I think if you could get Doug Peterson to be hooked up to a lie detector right now, you would find out that he truly believed in his heart of hearts that Nate Sudfeld would go in and win the game throwing the football in ways. Look, I never said Jalen Hurts was a great thrower of the football. You don't think he's a very good thrower of the football. I think he's good enough to be a starting and winning quarterback in the league.
You can't say I'm trying to win, get in a position to win, and then take the guy out that gives you the best chance. Skip, that's what you said. You said you're making the switch to Jalen Hurts because of the spark he provides, and he gives you a chance to win.
Knowing what you know about Doug Peterson's background in this league, do you think he believes that Jalen Hurts is the style of quarterback he can win with?
No.
I say no. Again, I don't know how much input he had into drafting Jalen Hurts. Was that a Howie Roseman GM move?
Because the thing is, Greg, the reason why the Lamar Jackson works in Baltimore,
you got to buy in.
Greg Roman built a system for Colin Kaepernick.
Okay, you got it.
Doug Peterson has only played.
He's prototype. He's Nick Foles.
Thank you.
Can Nick Foles run? Not really.
No, he ain't really that style of offense.
No, but I mean, he doesn't move much at all. He's straight drop back, throw it from the pocket quarterback. So is Nate Sudfeld. 6'6", who has some credentials from college. He's just not, again, he hasn't really gotten a chance. And so Doug Peterson sees himself in that kid, and he says, I'm going to light up the world right now. I'm going to show him Nate Sudfeld is a hidden gem for the Eagles.
Skip, the difference between Nick Foles and Nate Sudfeld, in Nick Foles' second year, he went 27 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I
got it.
But guess what? Even they didn't believe in him anymore, and that's what they do. They traded for Sam Bradford. So for me,
and then once Nick Foles was out of that system, he goes to St. Louis to the Rams and stinks.
He stunk everywhere he's been except in that system.
But in that system, we both agreed he played some of the best playoff football at that position you will ever see.
You're right, Skip. Let's take that back. he still stinks in that system, just not in Philly. Because Chicago, Matt Nagy runs the exact same system because he came from under Andy Reid, who Peterson came from under. So it's just in Philly. Skip, think about what Philly is. Philly is Rocky. Rocky never gives up.
Nope.
He get beat down by Clubber Lang, got beat by Drago. They've actually adopted that mentality that we don't give up, we don't quit. And Jason and Dougie P got up in front of his team and said, guys, we gave it everything we got. Yeah, no, we did. You didn't.
Agreed. So in the end, I believe Jalen Hurts would have won that game because I believe in Jalen Hurts, but I believe in his style of quarterback.
Yes.
I don't think that guy on the right side of that screen does believe in Jalen Hurts as his quarterback. So here's the irony of this. The painful irony for Eagles Nation is, reportedly, he has burned his bridge to Carson Wentz to the ground.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And that Carson Wentz and agents putting out the story, we want out.
Right.
We want to be traded.
Carson Wentz did not speak to the media yesterday.
Okay. Thank you very much. Jalen Hurts, I believe the bridge between that guy and Jalen Hurts right now is on fire, just starting to burn to the ground. Now, Jalen Hurts is as coachable because he grew up as a coach's kid.
Right.
Houston.
Right.
Coached by his father in high school, and he was taught that you do what the coach says, but still, you could see Jalen Hurts on the bench, as hurt as he could be, and what was he mouthing?
This ain't right.
It ain't right. It ain't right because it wasn't right, and he knows it, and it's going to hurt his heart to the point where, as a young as you well know in this league, a young quarterback's psyche is so delicate.
It's everything.
You better be careful because if you yank him in a close game and you say, I think this guy throwing the ball gives us a little better chance because you couldn't make the pass on 4th and goal. You were short with the pass to Quez Watkins in the end zone,
Skip,
right?
Think about this, what he did. Normally what you do, Carson Wentz had been the backup. For the entirety of, once he got benched, he was the backup. You deactivated. That's what Ron Rivera did to Dwayne Haskins. He was so upset with this play, he deactivated. Said, you will not get on the field. Even if somebody get hurt, we're going to an emergency quarterback. So what Dougie P did was the equivalent of what Ron Rivera did. He said, we're going to deactivate you. We're not going to even give you a uniform.
That's what he did.
So now you expect Carson Wentz to come back and play for you. I said it at the time that he did it. I don't know how you ever come back. Skip, if Carson Wentz was a rookie, I could see that. What they're doing with Tua is a rookie. He understands. But you can't do that with a 4th-year quarterback that's been a starter for as long as Wentz has been a starter. Bench him and think everything's going to be okay. That's not going to happen, Dougie. And you know that. And then you did what you did. Not only did you go with Jalen Hurts, Skip, he's like, we were struggling. Skip, Jalen Hurts was moving the ball. They were moving the ball if the guys could catch. If the guys could catch, I mean, if the guy that won the raffle to get an Eagles uniform and play receiver on Sunday, if he could hold on to the ball, if Jalen Reagor, first-round draft pick, I played with his father, Monte Reagor, if he could hold on to the ball, you'd have better situations. So you were making plays, and then you right there, Skip, on 4th and goal. The question is, in the regular season, do you believe if he was trying to win the game, you think he goes for it on that?
No.
What guy goes for it on 4th and goal in the 3rd quarter? 4th and goal from the 4 or 5, not the half-yard line, the 4 or the 5-yard line.
And as you've said all year now, Washington's front is about as good as it gets, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you've got them pushed up against their goal line and you've shortened the end zone, so to speak, I don't love your chances of getting it home, right? And
plus the fact is, you talk about your offense was struggling. Their offense couldn't move the ball.
No.
Did you see what your defense was doing to Alex Smith?
And it was taking the ball away. It kept giving you chances.
Anytime they blitz him, Skip, the ball's going out of bounds. He's throwing the ball away because he can't get away.
Man.
And you did that. And Skip, you do realize, Dougie, although you're the coach, the players on your team, they're looking at them like, hell, we can't move the ball, but they can't move it either.
So in the end, this man, Doug Peterson, caught lightning in a champagne bottle, bottle, right?
Yes.
And won a Super Bowl with his backup quarterback. It was almost like fate. The injury god said, let there be Doug Peterson, because Carson Wentz in a game out here at the Coliseum late in that year tore up his knee, right? And here came Nicky Foles. What? Nick Foles.
Nick Foles has never played like that in a 2-game stretch. And he will never, ever play like that again. We'll never see, Skip, what he did in that championship game in that Super Bowl. you might have never seen it. Brady's played great in the championship game, but he didn't follow it up with maybe, I don't even think he played because he played unbelievable against,